Good morning, Falcons. Today is Monday, November 17th, 2025. I'm Lexi, and this is your view from the Falcons' Nest. Some major good news for residents of Walkerton and North Liberty and the area between those two communities. South Bend Tribune reports that the St. Joseph County Redevelopment Commission approved a proposal Wednesday to spend close to $1 million on expanding broadband for county residents in rural areas, with no service or limited service, stretching from close to North Liberty to near Walkerton. Construction on broadband could start this year and would be done in 2026. According to the meeting agenda packet, the county plans to furnish material and labor for the broadband expansion, which will include installation of the conduit and fiber optic cable from southeast of the town of Walkerton along Georgia Street to approximately 1 mile southwest of the town of North Liberty, along SR 23. Choice Light was authorized to do the installation. Once the county has the fiber installed, the plan is that the Federal Broadband Equity Access and Deployment Program will pay broadband service providers to then extend service to the home. John Glenn's Spell Bowl team finished third in Division II Saturday at the State Spell Bowl. Championship at Purdue, Western won the division with Northwood second, Leo fourth, and Heritage Hills fifth. Glenn scored 52 points correctly out of the 90 words, just 4 less than Western. Penn won the overall competition of all classes with 87 points out of 90. Penn and Glenn were the winners at the Glen area competition held here in the auditorium earlier this fall. North Posey and Shaw Memorial finished first in Divisions 3 and 4. In open competition against 30 other schools at the state level, all teams compete in one division instead of by enrollment size, so there was some tough competition. John Glenn scored 50 words correctly, and Santiago Salinas earned a near-perfect score. This Wednesday, Santiago and Addie Mannering will be competing in an individual statewide Spell Bowl competition. Congratulations, Spell Bowl team! John Glenn High School has partnered with the Oliver Ford in Plymouth to offer 2 cash rewards for participating in the annual JGHS food drive. Anyone who brings in 3 or more food items to their SRT will automatically be entered into a drawing for 2 $100 cash prizes. Please be sure to let your SRT teacher know that you brought the food so that they can be sure to record your name. The drawing will take place on Monday, November 24th after the food drive is complete. Bring in your donation and get entered. And now on to weather with Grayson.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to your current weather report. We have a temperature of 29 degrees, a real feel of 32, fair quality, sunny. Moving on to our 3-day forecast for the week. Today we're going to have a high of 49, low of 37, partly cloudy. Tuesday, tomorrow, we're going to have a high of 43, a low of 32, rainy. And Wednesday, we're going to have a high of 45 and a low of 36, cloudy. Moving on to sports.
It was a tough night Friday for our Lady Falcons as they bowed to conference favorite Bremen 41-24. The JV captured its game by a 34-29 score. The Gulls are now 2-1 on the season. The Miles McLaughlin train is still on tracks. The Knox Speedster set the single touchdown total with more than 70, and the national single-season rushing record is knocked down in goal to win the regional Friday. McLaughlin needs less than 400 yards to claim the all-time high school rushing title and could reach it with one of his typical games this week. In other games, Friday, South Bend St. Joe hung on to defeat Hobart 10-7. Carroll of Allen County won over previously undefeated Penn 41-30. Concord came from behind to defeat Lafayette Jefferson 47-45 on a last-second field goal. In the power rankings this week, Brownsburg is the new number 1 in 6A. New Palestine is number 1 in 5A, with Maryville 5th and Concord 7th. Those two teams will play at Maryville Friday for the semi-state. In 4A, Roncalli is number 1 with St. Joe 7th. Cascade is number 1 in 3A, with Knox dropping to 5th. In 2A, Brownstown is number 1 with Gary Andrean number 3. And 1A, Pioneers number 1. Now back to lunch with Grayson.
For today's entrees, we're going to have boneless chicken wings, barbecue chicken flatbread, PB&J Uncrustable, ham chef salad, and turkey chef salad. And for the sides, we're going to have green beans, celery sticks, baby carrots, diced pears, breaded onion rings, and a peanut butter cup. I'm afraid that's all we have time for today, Falcons. Have an amazing day.